Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan. We're talking Week 11 NFL action. This week we've got the New England Patriots going to see the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if it wasn't for what happened 2 weeks ago with the Patriots getting lumped up on by the Ravens, I would anticipate this would be a game that Philly could sneak away with. They're at home. They're built pretty well to go up against a team like New England. And yeah, if they were still undefeated, this is the game where I would say, hey, Philly's got a chance to do it. But they're not undefeated anymore. They got a chip on their shoulder. The last taste in their mouth before the bye week was humble pie from the Ravens. So I anticipate them coming out hot. And I'm not really sure if Philly's going to be able to handle that initial onslaught. Now, what I said earlier about Philly being built pretty well to go against the Patriots, that's not wrong. The Patriots are actually weak against the run. They've gone against really bad competition to this point in the season. The two teams that have done well against them, Buffalo, I understand they lost, but they did very effectively on the ground against New England. And the Ravens, 2 weeks ago, just could not be stopped on the ground against them. So I expect that trend to continue. Wentz isn't as mobile as Lamar Jackson, obviously. So you're not going to have that dynamic just giving Belichick the nightmare he always has against running quarterbacks. But he's mobile enough. He's mobile enough to extend plays. And whereas he doesn't have his deep threat in Deshaun Jackson, Stephen Gilmore is going to have his hands full stopping Alshon Jeffrey. That's a big-bodied, very talented receiver. So the rest of the defense has to contend with the two-headed monster that is the tight end room in Philadelphia, in Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. And I don't anticipate them doing that well. Tight ends are another position that can take advantage of Belichick's scheme. They do. Running quarterbacks and tight ends do well against Belichick. Couldn't tell you why. But having two tight ends really helps the Philadelphia offense in this game. I would expect Dallas Goedert to be the better play, but both tight ends here can be started. Jordan Howard needs to be started. His style of running against this defense, which again is weaker against the run than the stats bear out, he's going to be a 10-plus point running back this week. You need to start him. As far as New England's players, James White is the go-to running back because he's the one that's also the passing threat. Your man Edelman is always in the mix. He's the guy that moves the chains, the slants over the middle that Brady loves to throw so much. So he's not going to get much as far as yards after the catch at his advanced age now. I say that like he's an octogenarian or something. But no, he just doesn't have the juice to get a lot of yards after the catch. They'll pop him as soon as he catches the ball, but he's going to catch the ball a lot. He's always good for 10 to 12 receptions, so a PPR league, he's always fantastic. But Philip Dorsett's the other guy you got to think of. In the absence of Josh Gordon now, they need Dorsett to take the top off of a defense in order to open things up in the middle for James White and Julian Edelman. That's what they really want to do as an offense, and it's not as effective unless you can back the safeties up. So Philip Dorsett being the deep threat that he is, they will continue to take advantage of that, and they'll need him even more now that Josh Gordon's not involved in the offense any longer. I hope that was helpful for you guys for fantasy football. Try not to start either defense because I expect this to be a higher scoring affair than most people anticipate. As far as the line on the game, let's see, what do we have here? New England is favored by 3.5. I think the game's going to be a bit tighter than that. I do anticipate New England to win because they're going to come out with a lot of energy from a bye week and from the loss 2 weeks ago. Philly won't be able to handle it. But I do think Philly's uniquely positioned with their offensive staff against this defense to do pretty well. So I think Philly covers the spread. I think Patriots win. Give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit up the rest of the videos for more fantasy football content. Thanks, guys.